Hello, everybody. Southern Circle here, and I'm coming to you with my experiences from Anthrocon 2015 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Now, I have said before I'm not a furry, and I got invited actually to Anthrocon by an author, a graphic artist, and I'll get into that in a second. But here is me. I had to rush down. I got invited about 4 days before. Actually, I think the event was going to start 2 days after I got invited, so I had to rush over once I got off. And it was an incredible rush. I really wish that I could have gotten there earlier, but I actually almost didn't go. So I was invited by German artist Alector Fencer and Two Griffin. So they're the authors and artists behind the graphic novel MYRE, and I had donated to them through Indiegogo, and I was shocked when they invited me. So this artwork here is actually from their novel. So you should go check that out. It's MYRE, MYRE. Go check it out. So these are some pictures I have of the fursuit parade. I'm going to go ahead and warn you that the bald guy in front of me appears in every picture. I couldn't avoid him. He's kind of in the center. And my camera died during the event, so I didn't really get a bunch of great photos. And this was my first ever Anthrocon, first ever furry convention, anything. So these are some pretty cool suits. I actually really like the suits most of the time. I think they're pretty cool works of art. So this is a pretty good one. I'm not sure what they're supposed to be. I've kind of secretly always wanted to run into a furry, but I was always afraid that furries would not want to have anything to do with me or anybody that I guess wasn't a furry. I'm kind of the antithesis of that. I don't look like a furry at all. I don't look like somebody who would even want to talk to them. Let's put it that way. I probably look like the guy who would bully a furry. So I like this one because you get to see some cool pictures. I mean, not some cool pictures, but some cool suits in the background. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I'm pretty jeans and country looking kind of guy. In fact, when I was there, I had my jeans and shirt tucked in and a cowboy hat on, and I actually had a guy say I look like Chuck Norris, which I found amusing. But I love this picture coming up. So the staff was super cool. Here they are giving a guy in a suit a hug, or girl. I'm not sure. I actually even had to, when I went up to the staff, I thought the staff was going to be pissed at me and say, get away. You don't know. If you don't know, you don't need to know, or you shouldn't know. You're just here to cause trouble. But they were super nice. So I honestly thought that the fursuiters and the furries, the people there, wouldn't want to talk to me, wouldn't have anything to do with me. When I actually went and met Alector in the artist hall and talked to some other artists that were in some booths, I told him this was my first time ever being at something like Anthrocon, any kind of convention, any sci-fi convention, period. And that I was for sure that the furries were going to be like, you're a weirdo. I gotta give a shout out to Tiger Thor here. I couldn't not include that. But I surely thought that the furries were gonna look at me like I was a weirdo and I shouldn't be there. I almost didn't even go to the convention, like the actual convention. I came here, I arrived right when the parade was fixing to start. And then I was on my way back to my room, and I decided to stop and ask, all right, shout out to the Ghostbuster fursuiters here. I think that's so cool. I used to love Ghostbusters. I think that's really awesome. But I thought that the convention was over. That this with the parade. And then I said, hey, is there anything going on in these buildings? And they're like, yeah, the convention's still going on. And I was like, oh, can I still go in? And they're like, yeah, just go in and pay. And I went in and I walked around. That's where the guy said I looked like Chuck Norris. I love this. Free shrugs. You know, I knew that, at least I thought that furries or fursuiters were big into hugs or letting you hug them. So I found this a bit amusing when I saw the guy. He's just like, free shrugs. No hugs. I'll give you a shrug, though. So I thought that was a bit amusing. But yeah, it was a pretty cool event. I got to meet some people, some really cool artists. I got to meet the artist who do Norgard. I got to mention this. This was the strangest thing by far that I saw. You can't really see it too well in the picture here, but as I said, my camera was dying. This guy was... There's one of these fursuiters was carrying a Confederate flag, which I was like, I didn't think furries would be into that. And then right next to him was another suitor with a Gadsden a rainbow flag with the Gadsden "Don't Tread on Me" symbol on it. So if anyone has any idea who those people are or what was going on with that, put that in the comment section below, because that has puzzled me, and I was like, I gotta get a picture of this. This I'll never see this again. So all the people I met were super cool and super friendly to me. They were like, I can't believe you would think we would treat you badly. And I was like, yeah, I thought you guys were going to hate me for sure. So this is actually the dinner party that I was invited to. I was invited to by Alector, Fencer, and Two Griffin there. Those are two super cool cats. Forgive my bird clock back there. So two super cool cats. And they invited us in. They gave us pizza, and they just told us all about the progress of the graphic novel. Showed us a bunch of cool artwork. Told us about themselves, where they came from, and stuff that they wanted to work on. They were super cool. Here's a picture of me with Alector. I, of course, am on the right. But yeah, I felt so included in some when I don't know anything really about the furry fandom. I wouldn't consider myself that at all. I don't have like a fursona or anything, or suits or anything like that. I can't even draw. I really liked the artwork. So they were super cool. I definitely here's Alector. This is after they've had a few drinks, and this is Alector trying on my hat and Two Griffin. So it was hindsight. It was a great event. I would definitely go back if I was invited. If I knew somebody who was a furry who wanted to go, sure, I would go back. In fact, I live down here in Georgia, and apparently there's a fursuit convention or something that goes on in Atlanta called Furry Weekend Atlanta, which I find is an interesting name. But yeah, it was a cool event. It was a cool event. I definitely would go again. I mean, I think the artwork is great. You know, so that's it for me. I'll give you updates if I do something like that again. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And this is Southern Circle. Take it easy.